Hello again, and it's time for another project. Today we're going to have a go at some carving with our flexi cable on the dremel and with these carving bits. Literally putting dremel carving bits on eBay, and these are the kind of things that will be sent to you. Now, they won't be the best in the world. I mean, you get 20 for less than £5, so you know what you pay for. But they do work. I've used them before. The flat-ended one like so. That would be my best piece to go at. And we're going to use this to do a lot of the carving on our green man we have here in front of us. But first of all, we've got to transfer him onto the wood. Nice piece of wood that was given for free. For me, put the template on. Stick him down with a bit of painter's tape just to keep it in place. Gives you a nice hinge effect. Put your carbon paper underneath and literally draw around it all. I've used pen on this one. You can use a pencil or whatever. And you can use that again and again. I won't be personally. I only do one-offs. And once you've done that, we've transferred it onto the wood like so. And now he's on there ready to carve out. It's only 8 inches by 8 inches. But that's a good thickness to it. But we'll lose most of that in the carving as we're going to try and dome it off, if that makes sense to you guys. First of all, for me, I'm just going to cut around this with a scroll saw. Just so it's easier to handle. And then we can start shaping it down. Obviously trying to round the face off in there. And then the leaves themselves, they will come down at an angle also. So there's a lot of carving out to do. So we've got plenty of little bits to go at. And for less than £5 for all these, you can't go wrong. There is better bits out there, but you pay your money and you get what you pay for. But I'm happy with these. There's no problem whatsoever. Right, I'll cut it out on the scroll saw first. It is quite a thick piece, so slowly. I'm going to use my spiral blades on my saw over there. I'll just show the old thing in the corner. There we go, an old Dremel. And we'll cut it out and see how we get on. Right, we've gone all the way around that. Nice and slowly with your thick woods. So now it's just a case of trying to pop him out without any mishaps. There we go. That's no longer required. And there we have him. We've got our basic shape. So now that's it for the scroll saw. That's put to one side. Now we'll set the Dremel up with one of our carving bits. And we'll start shaping this inner section. Concentrate more on the man himself. And then this has got to be lowered down from that eye point right down to the bottom. So there's quite a lot to take off. But we'll just go slowly and just do what we can. Right, the carving bits. The ones I've only ever really used are these flat-headed ones like so. These are actually routing and grinding bits, they're called if you search them. But if you put in Dremel carving bits, you'll find these no problem on eBay. I think the idea is that you go in and cut it round like so. What I'm going to do is pop it into my Dremel, which I've already done here. And I'm going to use that straight edge just to go around the lines and focus more on the man himself. Round there, and round his eyes, and the top section obviously. And get that more shaped, and then we can work on the leaves afterwards, because we're going to have to feather these right down to quite a thin point. So there'll be a lot to take off there. So before getting a pencil and roughly working out from the top of the man, we're going to come across here like so. And hopefully we'll end up down there by the time we're done. And up to the top there. So all that's to come off. So you've got to remove all this. At the same time, folding down that leaf. Then the vein of the leaf, that's going to have to come down with it. But slightly raised to the back bit. So we do that on each corner, all the way round. Basically turn that round. And that'll be exactly the same going up there. Same on that corner, same on that corner. You get the general idea. But for now, we'll focus more on the man. We'll get him in proportion. And the leaves we can carve out to suit us afterwards. Okay, let's start doing a bit of cutting out. I won't show you a lot of this, because like my talking, it can go on forever. Right, there you have it. That's enough for me. Now, it's not identical to the original. Put your own take on it. We're not doing copies here, remember. We're just using the basic shape and then putting our own little twist on it. I mean, you'll notice there's only one set of creases in the eye. On the original one, I think he had some bags underneath. These veins are a lot deeper than the original one, but I'm happy with that. Just another piece to go on this shed again. Now I'll try to cut out with the talking, and I've saved myself to the end. So remember, we use Dremel carving bits. You just put in Dremel carving bits on eBay, Amazon, and you get plenty of them to play with. Notice I use the drum sanders. Same again, good old eBay for these. You get hundreds for next to nothing, and they come in different sizes, and you also get the little fastener thingy that comes with it. And just to say we've used it all, I even threw in a bit of engraving bits. These are also for the Dremel, not original parts, and they're ideal. Even though it says for glass and whatever, I still use them on wood, and they're nice for doing some kind of detail. So we've used them all today on this one. So all that's left now is, originally I was going to paint this. I put nice green around there and a bit of brown, but I'm just putting a bit too much paint on my projects. So I'm literally going to leave this like a wood spirit and just leave him totally wood as he is. Still remember, 1.25 inch thick. You could play about with this more and take some of this off the back, but that's enough of me on this one. So he's 8 inches square, so 8 inch by 8 inch. Just before we finish with him, we're going to throw on some boiled linseed oil. Right, there you have it. This little project is finished. Had 3 or 4 layers of that on, just to give it a bit of a shine and a little bit more protection. Now, he's not going to win any beauty competitions, and I'm certainly not going to get first prize in the Master Carving Award. But that doesn't matter to me. It's all about having fun, trying different things, and just enjoy what you're doing. Be it router work, scrolling, resin, even a bit of carving there with cheap carving bits. It's all the same to me. So here he is. We're going to put him on the side of the shed now. And that little project is finished. Thank you very much for watching.